Good morning, folks. It's the morning of Saturday, May 26th, as I'm doing this recording here. I'm here to make an announcement that in 3 weeks, I am hosting Gary and Cindy Renard, for a workshop here in Sedona. Many times on the radio programs and in videos and at my workshop, I have said if there is one book in my life that has so changed my life, it's the book Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard. And I'll share that with you there. It's this one right here. It's one thing when we read a book and we go through it and we kind of like it and we enjoy it, it maybe attracts us. But I first read this book 9 years ago and I've been through it 10 times. It's a life-changing book. And for those of you that have read it, you've commented back to me, you've sent me emails that says you get it and you understand it, because it talks about the reality of our universe, what really happens and what really goes on, and how we live in a world that is really just a holographic illusion. It's not a real world. How we react to that, how we deal with that, and how we get ourselves past that. This is a book that was about 9 years in the making. It was not something that Gary just simply sat down and wrote down. It was a book where he had these two ascended masters show up to them, and it's 8 years of their conversations that go on. There's another part about this book, how important it is, because it basically has become what many people call the Cliff Notes to A Course in Miracles. You've heard me talk about in my workshops and here on my programs the importance of understanding what is separation consciousness. It is the very root problem of everything that happens in our lives in this world, because it's the thought processes that we have that create all of our problems, all of our issues, all of our pain, all of our discord that we experience here as humans in this world. I use the term separation consciousness, and others do. In A Course in Miracles and in Gary's work, they use the term ego consciousness. They're basically one and the same. And what Gary and Cindy do in this workshop is they says, okay, it's here. There is an ego consciousness that is out there. It affects our lives and it dominates our lives, and it's the default thought system that we all go through. And here's how we get past it. Here is how we overcome it and move past this so we can move to that place in our lives that we live in a world of peace, that we live in a world of harmony, and we live in a world of purpose and function. And it's not so much peace, harmony, and purpose and function that's out there as much as it is what's in here within inside ourselves. There's no book I could recommend highly. Now, Gary has done 4 books. This was his very first one, and it was published, about 16 years ago. Well, his 4th one is the newest one that's been out about a little over a year, and it's this one here, and it's called The Lifetimes When Jesus and Buddha Knew Each Other. It's my favorite. It goes into depth about understanding ego consciousness, separation consciousness, how we get past this, how we work through these issues. And it shows how these two masters, they had spent lifetimes together, and then in essence, they were basically partners to each other, and they helped each other develop to become who they were. These masters that showed us the way of how we can overcome this as well. So, June 16th, here in Sedona, Gary and Cindy Renard, I am hosting them. It's their workshop, but I would encourage you to be there, to come and be a part of this. If you want to learn what it is about fixing and solving what is the greatest problem of humanity, it's that inward part of our own separation or ego consciousness that we have to undo, as A Course in Miracles describes it. All the information is on my website. I would encourage you to go there, take a look at it, and we would love to have you June 16th for an all-day workshop here in Sedona with Gary and Cindy Renard. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.